Hello? We are at the red carpet premiere. Actually, it's not the red carpet premiere. It's just Hollywood Palm. We have this lovely poster, and we're going to be doing a nice movie review later. And as you can see, we are all extra hyped here. I'm with my family. It's my mom's birthday today. Shock, say hello. Say hello. Yep. All right. Thank you guys. I will talk to you after the show.
It's my birthday.
Birthday girl. Alrighty, it is almost showtime. We got here a little bit too early. Cleaning's still in progress, but the hype is still real, and we are going to have a great, fantastic time. Is that right?
That's right.
There we go. Bam.
What's up, newbie fans?
Alrighty, YouTube. I am back in action, and I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine. And let me tell you, the movie did not disappoint. So to start off, it was this movie I would definitely separate from any other Marvel film that you've seen. Basically, you have Ryan, he's already hopping timelines from when the movie first starts. And yes, this is going to be spoiler. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a spoiler warning in the label. There's really no way of talking about this movie, honestly, without spoiling it. But I thought it was really cool how they started it off. I thought they were going to honor Logan completely. And it just starts off with literally they're pooping on the movie, but still in a respectable way. So you get Ryan, and he's digging up the graveyard of where, Wolverine Logan is laying out. And they pick up his body, and he uses his body as a weapon to fight his opponents, which was actually really cool because at first I was like, why is he doing that? And then I almost forgot his skull's adamantium. So even though it was kind of effed up, it was actually a pretty good idea to be using against your opponents. Now, after that, it kind of skips backwards a little to show you how he got to that point. And I thought it was really cool to see Deadpool and Happy interact. I would have loved to see Deadpool and Robert Downey, maybe one day on screen, maybe something in, I don't know, Avengers Secret Wars. But besides that, it was really cool that he actually ends up getting denied. They kick him out. They say, you can't be an Avenger. So I'm not going to get too hung up on all the details of the movie, but what was really cool was the TVA was used a lot lighter than I thought. I was really hoping to see Loki. I might have to do another rewatch of the movie because I can't tell if this takes place before or after the events of the Loki TV series. Because the TVA seems kind of different than the TVA that we knew from the show. But the show is referenced in the movie, so there's definitely a connection between the two. Now, one of my favorite highlights of the movie, and this is definitely another spoiler, was they go through 1 billion variants of Wolverine. I think the only other person to play Wolverine was Superman himself, Henry Cavill, which he looked great as Wolverine. Like, come on. There we go. I posted it on my X earlier, too. I just thought it was a really funny clip. If you guys want to check out the clip, I do have it on X. I'm not going to post any video content here, though. There is a point in the movie where they get pruned. And if you know what pruned is, it's from the Loki TV show, where when a timeline is either getting destroyed or they say it's a threat level or something bad's happening, the TVA will actually prune people. It would definitely help if you watched the Loki TV show. You'll probably know what's going on. I don't know how the normal moviegoer would understand the TVA too well if you haven't watched the Loki show. But that's besides, because if you were to watch the first 2 Deadpools and then watch if you're just a Deadpool fan and you watch Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and then Deadpool 3, you'd kind of be like, what's going on with this movie? Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So there is an action sequence where they're all sent to the Void, and that's where all the different Marvel characters start showing up. We have Gambit, we have Elektra, we have Blade, Wesley Snipes Blade. That to me was the coolest part of the whole thing. I was a huge Blade fan growing up. My dad and I were a huge fan of the original trilogy, and what was cool was him and Ryan were actually in a movie together. I think it was the 3rd Blade film, so it's cool to see them reunite kind of in their upgraded versions. Blade looked actually really cool. I loved his suit design, and I loved all the characters, even though their roles were small, they had enough chemistry and enough wordplay that made them really in sync with each other, and it worked. It somehow really, really worked. There was definitely heart in it. It wasn't just, ooh, let's give you a bunch of cameos and then flop them out like Multiverse of Madness. If you've seen Multiverse of Madness, they crush your dreams like in 2 seconds. This, your dreams get crushed, but it's an earned crush. Like when they rip somebody apart, they got ripped apart because of, you'll hear, spoiler alert, budget concerns, and I thought that was pretty funny. All in all, I'm not gonna spoil anymore. I'm not gonna get into too much more. The last thing I'm probably gonna talk about is the villain. The villain of it was Charles', I think, twin sister. She was mad powerful. The only way they were able to stop her at the end, and I'm not gonna get into the ending. Actually, cut that. I'm not getting into the ending. I'm gonna end this. If you guys are concerned about how Wolverine's suit looks, let me just tell you, the suit is bomb. The suit, when he's full-fledged in that and using it, it was worth the 20-year wait that we had to wait for Hugh Jackman to come in and give us that suit. So, yeah, that's about it. If I were to rate this movie, I'd give it 5 out of 5, honestly. Because there was nothing I wouldn't, if you put more in it, you could, but it would have just felt a little too cramped. I think there was just enough cameos, and it had just enough screen time that everything worked all right. So I would definitely go out and see it when you can. Highly, highly recommend. The action is crazy. The action is brutal. And if you are a fan of Logan, this definitely will satisfy you too, because they definitely show respect in the weirdest of ways for that movie. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. This wasn't going to be a super detailed video. I just was really hyped about this and wanted to talk about it. Definitely one of the best Marvel films to come out to date, as of lately. I'd say since Infinity War, to be honest with you. That's it. Have a good one, guys.